This ain't Texas. We don't hold them. Or do we hold them? Hey, everybody, how are you? It is I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome to the show. I'm going to get right into it. I hope you enjoyed yesterday. Yes, we are live, just so you know. And the comments are open, and I hope that you do comment. I hope you're having a great holiday season. We did not do the 10 a.m. this morning because I thought everyone was in holiday mode. Certainly I was. I spent it with family. And what I want to say is I spent it with family and friends, loved ones. Not one person this entire few days, except for once, but it wasn't the way that you think. Not one person talked about Donald Trump. Not one person. You know what we did talk about that everyone kept bringing up? Two things. What do you want to guess they are? Anyone? Anyone want to guess what they are? Their two things are, one is Luigi Mangione. People are obsessed with him. Either way, they love him or they hate him or they don't understand him or what have you. So I have to stop also saying, I notice that I say what have you a lot. So make sure, look, hit the thumbs up, please, so that folks can know that we're here because we're on at an unusual time. It is a holiday season. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And I love, wow, so much engagement so far. Wow, this is fantastic. So yes, Beyonce and Luigi Mangione. Those were the two folks. Those are the two people who broke through for the holiday, who broke through for Christmas. I'm so glad that you did that. Someone said, is Musk president? People really didn't talk about that, but they did bring him up more than they brought up Donald Trump, which is very telling, which Donald Trump should be concerned about. And I know there are folks who are on the internet. Someone told me there are people on the internet who are saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe, Don Lemon is talking about Donald Trump and he's getting owned and whatever about him, about Elon Musk being the president. That's what people are talking about. And I told him to ignore it because it's just right-wing, crazy fanatics, idiots, ignorant trolls who are obsessed over that. We're doing great. We're stars of YouTube and people want to take us down. We're stars of social media and people want to take us down. So, and folks also talk to me, the young folks talk to me about the social media stuff that we do. They said, do you really really listen to that song by Saw Baby? I saw you on the street talking about it. Yes. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. I did not see you guys yesterday. I saw you before. So where are you streaming from? Let me know. And did you watch Beyonce's bowl, the Beyonce bowl last night? Miss Cowboy Carter gave America one of the best Christmas gifts imaginable. And guess what that is? She gave us a big Christmas present that we could watch. Her halftime show, the Beyonce bowl, was one for the record books, I will say. I usually don't get into things like this, but I got to tell you, it was fantastic. The production value. We were sitting there going, okay, is this live? Is this tape? Is this live? Is this tape? Now, I will tell you, this is what I knew it when I was watching the beginning and they were going through the corridor in the stadium. And I said, this is tape. And then when she walks out, they're going to go to live because she's going to be in the stadium. But everything else was choreographed. Okay. And we're going to talk about that. Her performance during the Texans Ravens game was one of the best I've ever seen. And what's more, the show was the first time that she performed any of the music from her country album in front of a live audience. I thought it was very good. I thought it was really, really, really good. She was dressed in all white. She entered the NRG Stadium in her hometown, Houston, on a white horse, performing 16 carriages before she transitioned into the cover of the Beatles' Blackbird. Remember Blackbird singing in the dead of night? Alongside black country artists. Black country artists, yes. Black country artists. And let me tell you why I bring that up. Because everyone thinks that country is like a white thing, like it's Nashville, it's Memphis, it's that. No. The banjo that is used in country artists is by an African, a black man, okay? Black folks and bluegrass and all that, that was black people. So don't get it twisted. Maybe that's why people don't want to teach the correct history in this country, because then they'll realize there's so little contribution to the race that they want to over-index the contributions of America. Black country artists Tiara Kennedy, Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer, Raina Roberts, who also sang on the album with Beyonce. Come on, y'all. I'm telling you the truth. So we're going to break it all down. We're going to talk about the secret project that she teased. What could that possibly be? What could it be? We shall talk. I'm so happy to talk about other things than you know who. I was so happy that no one brought that up. And if someone tried to, as I say, not in the way that you think, someone tried to bring it up, people were like, I don't want to talk about it. Or what they did say was, wow, it's very interesting that he has ceded so much power to President, that's what they were calling it, Musk. That's what folks are saying. We're calling it, what did we say on our thing earlier? Trusk, President Trusk. Anyway, so that's the only time that it ever came up. Other than that, Beyonce and Luigi own the holidays as far as pop culture, as far as what's in the zeitgeist. Outside of the people who are over-indexing on politics, I don't really care about it. I'm over it. Now, when I said it didn't come up in that way, it was that I can't believe he's doing. But what they were saying is, I'm over it. I'm not as triggered as last time. I'm not as depressed. I'm not even thinking about it. Let them do what they want to do. Let's move on. I was so proud of everyone. And guess what? I'm spending it with, I have family members. Well, they're also, remember, I'm in an interracial, right, relationship. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you look at the polling this time, there were people of all different ethnicities who voted for the man. But there are, folks who support it. They're not exactly MAGA, but there are Trump supporters in my family. Not the black side. Not the black side. But so, hey. And then I had people telling me, look, Don, I see your stuff. I love it. I'm a Republican, but I'm not that dude. Okay. So let's talk about this because she has a secret project. Let me just tell you why this is so important. You guys are going to say, why is he talking about this? I'm talking about this. This is why I want to talk about this. And I'm going to tell you the importance of the album. Let me tell you the importance of the album first, and then I'll tell you why I'm talking about it, because it's really important about this album, and you're going to want to know why. Okay? You're going to want to know why. Here's the thing. Cowboy Carter, which is a country album, even though the CMA, the Country Music Association, maybe did not see it as such because they did not honor her with the award that she deserves. Neither did they honor Shaboozey with the award he deserves for having the, longest number one song on Billboard history. Double check that for me, producers, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Didn't get it. Everybody knows that song, right? And guess what that song came from? That song was a take on a rap song. I'm just saying, the culture, African Americans contribute so much to the culture, not just in America, but to the world. You will go all over the world and you will hear Beyonce. You'll go all over the world and you'll hear rap music, which was what? Invented and started by African Americans. I just like pointing out the true history of the country. Ticks a lot of people off, but it's the truth. You guys know it. All over the world, it's American. Black culture is American culture, and Black culture, thus, which is American culture, is also the world culture. She's going to drop an album with Blue Ivy. Is that what you said? Sharon Moten says facts. I know it's facts. Why would I have to lie to you? Of course it's facts. Let me tell you why this is so important, okay? This album was released on March 29th, debuted at the top of the Billboard Top Hot 100, Hot 200 album chart, as well as the chart's top country albums. She's the first Black woman to lead the country album list. It's also Beyonce's 8th straight studio album to reach number one on the Hot 200 charts. That's according to Billboard. Okay? That means every solo record she has released since she left Destiny's Child has topped the charts. Now, there's a hater who said, oh my God, I can't believe she's lost without Destiny's Child. Really? Okay. Come on, people. Facts. Can we talk about some facts here? My eyes are getting so bad, by the way. I can't see shit. Cowboy Carter garnered 11 Grammy nominations, including nods from the coveted Album of the Year and Record of the Year awards. Billboard named Beyonce the greatest pop star of the 21st century. Followed closely by, guess who? Taylor Swift. Give her due. Followed closely by Taylor Swift. The two women both launched global tours last year and attended each other's concert film premieres. But Billboard noted that Beyonce has exemplified greatness in every form imaginable since before Taylor Swift's own music debut in 2006. 2006, Beyonce was already a very big deal. It was also one of the number one selling artists in the world. Beyonce was Beyonce in 2006. Okay? in 2006. Let me know when you have that Shaboozey thing. I just want to put that up. And by the way, you guys did know that was a rap song, right? Alexis Sutton became a YouTuber member. Thank you, Alexis. I appreciate it. Thank you for becoming a member. Wait, just real quickly. Were you guys up at 10 a.m. if I had gone live? I don't know. I felt like you weren't. I felt like you needed a break. Maybe you're mad. Who knows? Beyonce broke the record for the most certified titles for a female artist this month, according to Recording Artists Association of America. Texas Hold'em, the first single from her country album this year, went double platinum. It should be noted that Beyonce is no newcomer to major NFL-related events. The Grammy winner headlined the 2013 Super Bowl in New Orleans, joined Coldplay and Bruno Mars on the field during the 2016 Super Bowl show. She also used an ad spot that aired during the 2024 Super Bowl to announce Cowboy Carter, the highly anticipated Act 2, following up to her 2023 album Renaissance. Yeah. So we're going to talk about it. As I said, not everybody loved it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is why I think it is, and we'll talk about Shaboozey. Let's see, do I have her with Shaboozey here? Okay, so everything. One of the reasons I told you all of that, but Beyonce came out. This was such American. This was so American. This was so patriotic, in the performative patriotic way that people think is like real patriotism. They think that you have to be standing for the flag and put your hand over your heart and all that. And we know that that's just performative. Real patriotism is knowing that someone like Colin Kaepernick has the right to do what he wants to do. You should support it, even if you don't agree with it. That's real patriotism. That's understanding what the flag is actually about, what the Constitution is about, right? The freedom of expression. But then, of course, people don't like it because it's not, the white nationalists don't like it. The racists don't like it. The people who want political power, they don't like it. People who don't understand what patriotism is, the Constitution, they don't like it. So what do? They cancel him. The man loses his livelihood for trying to do something, standing up for what he believes in. In the meantime, you have the whatever Tebow, I don't remember his first name. Tebow. What is it? Terrence Tebow? What's his name? Tim Tebow, who can pray on the field, and then you have another guy who can wear a MAGA hat on the field, but no, they get applauded for it. Interesting. Fucking racist. I hate them. Can't stand it. But what are you going to do? And I'm tired of like tiptoeing around like, everybody has a right. They're freaking racist. And they're not patriots. They're unpatriotic. Unpatriotic. So it was so American, and it was so Southwest. This is why I don't understand the CMAs, because the CMAs don't really know what they are. Well, maybe they know what they are. Maybe they just don't want people like Shaboozey and Beyonce to get awards. Maybe that is performative allegiance to country music. Maybe that's what that is. But for folks who didn't understand, if you believe in the patriotism the way that the pageantry of it, as they do with the Star Spangled Banner and the bombs bursting in air and the fighter jets flying over it. Remember the Whitney Houston? Think about it. Whitney Houston. Who is the #1 national anthem, the best national anthem to be performed? The #1 song is Whitney Houston, a Black woman. Okay? American history, American culture is Black history and Black culture. Look, I'm just saying. And if you look at most of the artists who have become big artists, even the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, who I love, I play all the time, where did they get their inspiration from? They will tell you, from Black artists. If you look at the modern day folks, the Justin Timberlakes of the world, Michael Jackson, Little Richard, Smokey Robinson, if it's cool, I wanna rock. That's Maxwell. And you got people singing falsetto. That's Maxwell. Well, that was Smokey Robinson. So anyway, Whitney was incredibly talented, says Linda Ferker. Yes, Whitney and Marvin Gaye. Think about their versions of the national anthem. I always forget the country music guy's name. I really like him. He's a new guy, kind of a big guy. At last time, I couldn't remember his name either. I love his version of the national anthem as well, and I love some of his songs. But he was inspired by Black artists, country music. created, inspired by Black artists. That's why I don't understand it. So I'm saying this because Beyonce last night on a white horse in a white outfit, red, white, and blue, all the way, came out walking on the stars and bars of the American flag on a horse. Let's look at it. Beyonce on a white horse. Now, tell me that does not look like the stars and bars of the flag or the bars of the flag. Patriotic. People don't even, it was so in your face if you don't get it. Or maybe, I hope people got it because maybe they were just so pissed off. But that's how she started, on a white horse. A cowboy in Texas, a cowgirl, we'll call her a cow lady, on a white horse, walking on the flag, red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue, America, America, Beyonce is America. Let's show how good she looked. You can't say that she didn't look good. Woo! Beyonce, damn girl. Cowboy Carter, look at her with her red, white, and blue sash on as she's at a rodeo, and she is the rodeo queen. You go, girl. Not only does she have a sash on, those diamonds. Diamonds are forever. Come on, Beyonce, do your thing. Tell me she didn't look good. Let's see her on stage. Haters and racists can kick rocks, says Stacey Renee. I believe it. Look at that. Tell me there's not more American than that. Tell me that is not more. I have not seen a country western or a rock or anybody, even that stupid Kid Rock, whatever. I haven't seen Kid Rock this patriotic, do anything this patriotic. I haven't seen Kid Rock do anything this good. Of course, he's not that good a performer. Unmatched, Beyonce is. She always looks good, says Linda. She does. She looks amazing. She is taking what they think they own and doing it better at LOL, says Kev Z247. That's always what happens. That's how it works. And then someone will try to steal this act and they'll get credit for it. They'll be like, oh my gosh, Barbie Keeter, look at her in her cowboy outfit. You'll be like, wait, Beyonce did that. That was Beyonce. Come on now. Look amazing. So when I said that she was walked out with these artists, let's name them, and then we're going to tell you this is Black country artists, Tiara Kennedy, Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer, Raina Roberts, who all sang with her on an album, and people are talking about this. The reason that we're going to play it is because this is what people are talking about. They're wondering who these women are on social media. The media is talking about this. They're talking about the contributions of African Americans to country music. This album personifies it. This is what is trending. This is the news of the day, the last 24 hours. So here she is harmonizing with the women that everyone is discussing. Here it is.
You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Look at her, red, white, and blue, walking out. And that's when she walked out, and I said, there you go. Now, here comes, I was saying that that was taped inside the arena. When she walked out, I said, now, guys, you know what? That's taped. And everybody's looking at me. I'm like, yeah, because I know TV, that's taped. And then she's going to walk out, and then it's going to be live with the explosion. And then sure enough, she gets out, and it goes to her. And I could tell, because I thought they were just going to try to do like a fake transition of her actually walking out of the tunnel to pretend that the beginning was live. Yeah, it's Stacey. It's powerful. It's powerful for people of color because Sharon Emoton, because as someone just said, she will do it better than the artist. You ever see people, and I'm not saying, look, don't get me wrong. I love Dolly Parton. It's a whole different thing. I'm not saying that Whitney Houston did it better because I love Dolly's version. But the Whitney Houston version is iconic. It's a phenomenon. Is a phenomenon. And all you have to do, anybody old enough to remember Name That Tune? Anybody remember Name That Tune? And do you remember who the singer was on Name That Tune? The original person. Anybody? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone remember that? It was a genius performance, I agree. Anyone remember who that was? Just so you know. And they would actually sing the song. Who knows? Okay, the original on Name That Tune was Kathy Lee. She wasn't Gifford then, but it was Kathy Lee Crosby, I think, is who she was. Wasn't Jay? Yeah, it was Kathy Lee. Thank you, Stacey Brockman. It was Kathy Lee Crosby, I think. Am I right? Is it Crosby or Cosby? She was not Kathy Lee Gifford at the time. And she would sing. And so Name That Tune. And so the reason I brought all that up, I'm just giving you a little nostalgia, a little history lesson. The reason I brought that up is because all you have to do is hear, if I, and you go, oh, there's Whitney. Should stay, I'd only be in your way. So that is genius. And if you hear Dolly, her very sweet version, but Whitney Houston made it iconic. And many things happen that way. You know, when your family says you got to work twice as hard, you got to be doubly as impressive and get to the top of the charts or whatever to get any recognition. And sometimes you don't even, as Beyoncé hasn't during the awards. So she won't say anything, but I will. So those Black women are showing the harmonization of those women. And remember, she used to do that with Destiny's Child. So this is nothing new to her. So she's paying, not only doing that, she's paying homage to the people who came before her, the country music folks. I've talked about this before. Do you guys remember Lionel Richie did country back in the day in the 70s when he was with the Commodores? Sail on down the line about half a mile or so, and I don't really want to know where you're going. That was the Commodores back in the 70s. I guess so many. Charlie Pride. I mean, come on. So that was homage to that. But then also, my sister texted me today, and folks are saying the same thing because she's talking about, again, this is what's in the zeitgeist. She's talking about her secret project and what it's going to be. And my sister said, Queen Bee is making a way for Princess Ivy. Queen Bee is making a way for Princess Ivy, for Blue Ivy. And so maybe she's doing an album with her daughter. But her daughter was out there very confident, dancing and performing. And folks, so this is what trended last night. Everyone's like, there's Blue Ivy. And it's trending today. And that people and that news reports are doing. It's talking about Blue Ivy and Beyonce. Here it is. Okay. That was a great, come on, y'all. That performance is great. Was that Blue Ivy in the beginning? Did I miss her? Because I was looking down. Was that her with Blue Ivy? Blue Ivy behind her? I didn't see that one. I thought that was, I saw her walking. My friend just texted me and says, a legend. Yes. Beyonce dancing with Blue Ivy. Just how, it's amazing just how iconic this was. Let me just show you when I said like just how American this was. Red, white, and blue. And the diversity of it. Look at the diversity of the people on the field that you don't usually see many times in these performances. Beyonce during her walk, her Beyonce walk. That's amazing. Here it is. On the flag.
Yes, he shot me down. I died, and someone brought me back to life, but never took my senses. Pounce on the hit, pounce on the hit.
Go Beyonce.
Pounce on the hit, pounce on the hit. No hands. Staring down the barrel of my gun. Yes, I shot you down.
Okay, pause. see that shot? Tell me that wasn't. Look how American. Give me a high shot. Play it and let's pause it on the high shot. Look at that. Look at. Come on, y'all. It's a flag. It's a flag. And guess what? Here's the thing. I was watching this, and people were like kind of in awe. At first, I was like, "Yeah, it's good. It's great. I love Beyonce. No shade." But I grew up going to Southern University and HBCU. We lived blocks away from Southern University growing up in Louisiana, not far from the Yard, as they said. And we would go. My family had my parents would get season tickets to the football games, and we would have our little season tickets. We'd sit like on the 50-yard line. We thought we were, just the shit, right? And so, yeah, I thought it was amazing too, D. You're right. So they got in formation. And so I said, every Saturday night in the fall, I witnessed this very thing, except Beyonce wasn't doing it. But there were at least 12 Beyoncés on the field because they were the Southern University dancing dolls that were dancing in front of the Southern University marching band from Jaguar Land. The human jukebox, as they called it. Unmatched. I'm sure my family's listening going, that's right, you tell them. Dr. Isaac Griggs was the band director. He lived 6 houses from us in our W.B. Du Bois talented 10th neighborhood in the shadow of Southern University and HBCU. So I witnessed this every single Saturday in the fall. We would go to the home games, to the away games, because we had we had season tickets. Dancing Dolls would get out there and do their thing. It would be the Battle of the Bands. And then in November, during Thanksgiving, we'd all hop into our family van and we'd go down to the New Orleans and stay in either the Hyatt Regency Hotel or the Intercontinental Hotel right off of Bourbon Street in the French Quarter. The Hyatt Regency was on Poydras, right next to the Superdome, connected. And we would go to the Battle of the Bands on Friday night. And it was a whole week that we were there though, right? We did the whole week. Right after Thanksgiving, we go like the day after Thanksgiving, I believe. I forget when is it? Mom, let me know. When is the I think it's it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So we'd have our Thanksgiving, and then Friday night we jump into our van, and then we go down to New Orleans, and we do the Battle of the Bands on Friday night, and then we do oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name of it? I want to call it the Super Bowl. It's not. And we do the Southern Grambling game on Saturday. The Bayou Classic. Bayou Classic. How could I forget that? I'm getting old. We go to the Bayou Classic, and everything that they did on this field last night at this game was every single HBCU band that I had ever witnessed. So again, from the Black folks who are this is no different. Marching band from Jaguar Land. I wanted to be the drum major when I was a kid, because the drum major used to march on the field with his thing, and then he would lean all the way back, touch the tip of his hat to the field, and then up. I wanted to be that guy. But back to Beyonce. So she was just paying homage to that. This whole thing that she does when she's dancing and she does one move, and then the girls behind her, the dancers follow with her move. That's all from HBCUs. That's Jackson State. Like it's a Black thing. So she did a Black thing last night with country music. Let's continue on with this. This is so patriotic. Here it is. Watch.
Down the barrel of my gun, yes, I shot you down. He cried the day he realized that lies were hidden in my kisses. Bounce on the hit, bounce on the hit. I ain't no regular singer. Now come get it.
And here's Shaboozey.
You can hear when I still bought a Chevy and painted red. Money long, you can't fit in the bed. It don't matter what nobody says. Country boy to the day that I'm dead. You want smoke on the Marlboro man. Cut it.
Okay. So that's Shaboozey. And let me tell you why I'm playing that again, because this is what folks are talking about. Shaboozey, remember, CMA Country Music Award, did not get it. The reason is because, let's put this up, this full screen. This is Shaboozey. Shaboozey had the #1 country song, the bar song, Tipsy. Longest hot country song chart reign this decade. That's what it is. Just to clarify. This is Shaboozey on the field, paying homage. Paying homage. Saying, hey, I see you, brother. And that's what folks are talking about. That's why it's such a big deal. Like, you got to read into this stuff. Was that the one that I had? That was the walk, right? Let's see the Shaboozey one. Let's make sure I got it because I can't see anything. Shaboozey and Beyoncé. Let's look at that. Yeah, that was it. Okay.
Now come get everything you came for.
We got it. I got it. I don't want to over-index because I don't want to get, they'll take it down. They'll say you played the music too much, blah, blah, blah. Shaboozey is fire. Shaboozey is fire. Yeah. Because he's fire. That's what my social media team is sending me. So that's what happened last night. Also, did you guys see Post Malone? Do we have Post Malone? Should Post Malone on the field as well and saying, if we have it, you can play it. But folks are talking about that because there was such diversity in music. There was such diversity in the music. We have her singing a little bit. Anything else that we want to play, guys, before? I don't want to get in trouble with the NFL. I don't want to get in trouble with the Netflix. I don't want to get in trouble with the Beyoncé of it all. So we don't have Post Malone, but Post Malone was on the field. So people, look, that's what people are talking about. Okay. And then, so we have the walk, and then we have her singing for a little bit. Beyoncé teasing her 2025 project. Now this got the internet going. (1/14, 2025). Beyoncé. Now, let's just be real now. Do you think that she's the greatest of all time? Greatest pop star of the 21st century? That's what Billboard said. Now, I know some of the folks can be like, no, that is Taylor Swift. That's whatever. Let's think about that. Let's think about that. She's a great entertainer, but we've had lots of great entertainers like the 21st century, like Michael Jackson, like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? The 20th, would you say? I mean, Michael Jackson? Greatest entertainer. Would you? I guess you can't really include Sinatra because Sinatra was gone. Or like Whitney. Whitney was a singer. She wasn't an entertainer. She had the voice. Beyoncé. Well, Whitney was an entertainer. She also acted. Not a great dancer, but she was cute. It was cute. But that voice, she is the goat of our time, says Anne Fry. Yeah, I'm just going through it. But like, you guys think she's a better entertainer, a bigger entertainer than Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson's the greatest of all time, someone on TikTok says. Michael Jackson and Prince, another TikTok. She's pretty ubiquitous. Says Lady Gaga is great too. Look, don't get me wrong. I don't want to compare people because I like Lady Gaga. This is different. But Lady Gaga, Tosh says Prince. Michael and Prince is Amanda W. Over Beyonce, you think? What do y'all think? Let's put it up there. Who is it? Can't say Elvis wasn't around. By the way, Elvis influenced by Black folks. Yeah. Can't say the Beatles. They weren't around. So it's either Beyonce or Michael Jackson. Now, you guys aren't going to like this, but I wouldn't even put Prince up there with Michael. I think that's a whole different thing. I respect Prince. I love Prince. He's very talented. Do not get me wrong, but Michael Jackson was a phenomenon. Michael Jackson was a phenomenon. Michael Jackson still has like some of the highest selling albums. There is this graphic that you can find it on the internet that shows you record sales starting from, I think, like the 60s or 70s, and then it goes into the 2000s, right? And it goes on, you look and you see like, oh, wow. And it's like, it goes, and then all of a sudden, and you see like the Beatles and all of that, and the Bee Gees, and you see all that stuff. And then you see Michael Jackson coming on the scene. And it just goes like this for like 2 decades. It's all Michael Jackson. It's Michael Jackson, and then like he'd battle with somebody, and then he would come back. Have you guys seen that graphic? And it's just Michael Jackson, and it's just, you're like, wow. And Michael would not stop. Not even I don't know what Taylor's sales are, but not the longevity of a Michael Jackson yet. She may reach that. And again, because I'm saying that doesn't mean I'm shading anybody, but I mean, think about it. Michael Jackson spanned from, I believe it's the late 60s, if not the early 70s, because I remember, when I was a kid in the 70s, it was one bad apple don't spoil the whole bunch, girl. I don't care what they say. Don't you give up on love. That was like and then ABC. So this is like the first album, and that was in the 70s. And then Michael spanned from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s when he died. Crazy. It's crazy. So I don't think Beyonce even has that yet. Maybe even, how long has Beyonce been around? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. So Michael Jackson was like 40 years. at least 30 some years. That's a long time, man. But do you think, is Beyonce the greatest? Beyonce is badass. She's bad. I would have to say it's between her and Michael Jackson. But maybe the 21st century, maybe, I don't know what maybe they're because of Michael's success was like 1980s, 1990s, 2000. Maybe that's what it is. So Beyonce. It's Beyonce. It's Beyonce. We do have Post Malone. Can we show Post Malone? Because people are talking about that. Again, I said, because people are talking about the diversity of performers, Post Malone and Beyonce.
They call me pretty little thing, and I love to turn them on. Boy, I let you be my strings. Way it's popping out your phone. Love it down to the bone.
Baby, you know I'm on my book. I'll let you fight. Rodeo in your room, makes you great suits with perfect timing. Love it when you tease me in them jeans. Girl, you don't.
Okay, so let me say that huge major correction. Look, a truck wrapped in denim. Come on, y'all. They ain't playing. They were not playing. Again, so patriotic, so American. I have a huge correction. Pardon, Donnie, the Osmonds. That's right. I loved you guys too. One Bad Apple that was the Osmonds, and it was Donnie singing lead. Forgive me for that. But Michael Jackson was "Been the two of us need look no more." And ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Someone said, Lola Lisa says Chris Brown is not even in that category. No shade to Chris Brown, not even that. Yeah, the Osmonds, the Jacksons turned that song. That was the Osmonds. Yes, right. One Bad Apple was the Osmonds. All right, I got it. You guys are right. I screwed up. I apologize. And I corrected myself. Yeah. That was Donny Osmond. James Jennings says, Don, I'm loving the book. I'm glad you are. I hope you got it for Christmas. I know a lot of folks did. Thank you so much for buying it. Why not Chris Brown? Because Chris Brown is not in the category. Chris Brown is in record sales. Chris Brown does not have the cultural identity. Chris Brown is not Rihanna. Chris Brown is good, no shade, but Chris Brown ain't no Usher either. Like Usher has been around forever. Chris Brown is Chris Brown. He's good. No way, Chris. What you guys are talking about? Who is Donny Osmond? Donny Osmond. Donny and Marie. But it was the Osmonds back then. Ben, says M. Moy, was meant for Donny Osmond. And folks used to, back in the day, confuse the One Bad Apple and whatever. They thought it was Michael Jackson. They thought it was the Jacksons. Yeah. Yeah. Usher is the man. Usher is good. Yeah, Chris Brown is a different generation. Thank you, culture. You know what I'm talking about. Again, no shade to Chris Brown. Chris Brown has the most number ones. No, he's not a contender. I'm sorry. Get out of here. Get out of here with that, Chris Brown. In order to get to a level of a Beyonce and a Taylor Swift and a Michael Jackson, then, no. Even Usher, no. I mean, Usher is good. I'm saying he's not to that level yet. Right? Yeah. Petty idol. Facts. Chris is great. Nowhere near Beyonce. Not even close. He's a great entertainer. Not the greatest entertainer. Not even a category of the greatest entertainer of the 21st century. Not at all. Great entertainer, though. Usher can really dance. Usher can really dance. Usher can really sing. So the reason I was saying Beyonce is an actress, she's a dancer, she's a singer. She is the ultimate performer. She can do it all. Yeah. Someone said, ignore the Chris Brown comments. It's a joke, says Nylon. And I don't think it's a joke. I think Chris Brown is very talented. And people are going, Don Lemon is shading Chris Brown. No, not at all. But there was one person who tried to shade Queen Bee. And you know who that was? Dave Portnoy clearly wants the world to know that he is not Team Beyonce. Okay? Because Dave Portnoy put this up. Now, I don't even really know who Dave Portnoy is. I mean, I've heard the name. He's like a sports guy. Is that the guy that does the pizza? Is he the guy that does the pizza, or is he the guy that does the sports show with the tank top on in the afternoon on ESPN? Which one is he? And I did see something really good that I did like. I think it's Dave Portnoy. Is he Barstool? Is that Dave?
Yeah,
Portnoy?
he's the owner and founder of Barstool Sports.
But he's not the afternoon guy on ESPN with the tank top. That's not the same guy, is it?
I honestly don't know.
Okay. There's a guy, he's like on a football set, and he's always standing up with a tank top and holding a football. I thought that might be Dave Portnoy. But I did see on social media that Dave Portnoy did something really good this holiday season. He saved like a pizza shop from going out of business or something. He like donated $60,000, and that's good. Good on you, Dave Portnoy. But Dave Portnoy, I really highly disagree with you on Beyonce. Beyonce has been lost since Destiny's Child. This must be a joke, because there's no way he thought that. Rihanna and Beyonce, not particularly close. I don't know. Is he saying Rihanna? Is that what that means, Nikki? This first tweet? Rihanna over Beyonce, not particularly close. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he's saying that Rihanna is better than Beyonce.
Okay.
Greater than is technically the symbol, but yes.
We are not going to even get into that because Beyonce is amazing, and so is Rihanna. I'm not going to pit the two women against each other, but just let's keep in mind that Beyonce was just named the what? Entertainer, the greatest pop star of the 21st century, the greatest pop star of 21st century. I mean, come on, Dave. So yeah, he doesn't like it. He thinks that she's been lost since Destiny's Child. But remember what I said to you when I started this is that everyone, since she left Destiny's Child, and again, no shade to Destiny's Child, that every single album that she has released has gone to number one since Destiny's Child. Now, if that is lost, then I want to be lost. Can somebody please lose me? It is Beyonce's 8th straight studio album to reach number one on the Hot 200 chart, according to Billboard. That means every solo record she has released since she left Destiny's Child has topped the chart. Dave, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Anyways, so that's it for Beyonce. 1/14/2025, Beyonce's album is going to come out. Hate is going to hate. And I hope you got a history lesson of just about the contribution. I don't say that because, I want to be like, everyone says race baiting, whatever. I'm just telling you the truth, because there are all these people who don't want to teach the true history of the country, which means teaching the full history of African-American history in this country, which means also teaching about racism, and which also means teaching about culture vultures and folks who stole Black art and profited off of it while the Black artists starved or died. That happened to many Black artists. I would say read your history, but people don't like to teach that history. So all the folks that you love, people love Led Zeppelin. They are reportedly, but notorious for allegedly stealing Black music. Go look it up. Same thing for Elvis. There is actually a guy who was Elvis's music teacher or inspiration who sounds exactly like Elvis. And Elvis is, if you listen to it, you'll just say, well, Elvis is just mimicking that guy. I forgot the guy's name. They sound exactly alike. As you look at most of the artists in history, especially the ones that came out in the 50s and 60s and even 70s, they're just like imitating Black people or stealing their content or stealing their music. Elvis was raised in the Baptist church, Don. Yes, of course he was raised in the Baptist church, but what does that have to do with anything? I get it. He was raised in the Baptist church, which means he was influenced by Black music and by Black Southern church. Of course. But there were lots of people who were raised in the Black church. Joyce says Elvis took credit for a lot of Black music. Yeah, it's true. That's no lie. Not only him, a lot of folks did. Think about just a lot of people did. Basically just mimicking them. Remember, they weren't even allowed to play in certain venues. So to see Beyoncé and Rihanna and Usher and all those folks performing to me, and Michael Jackson, it is not wasted on me when they're doing that. It's also not wasted on me that Jay-Z's Rock Nation produces the halftime show. Venues where folks could not perform unless they were throwing a ball. And even then, they didn't want them. Gosh, when I was in the 60s, I was a wee kid then, in the late 60s, not that old. Even the school that I went to didn't want Black players until LSU, and Alabama, same thing, until they started winning. Until other folks got Black players on their team, and they're like, oh, I guess we gotta get us some Black players now. That's not what they said. You know what they said. We got to get us some, whats, because they're beating us. So they weren't allowed to be in those venues. And so it's not wasted on me. I'm of that. Someone said he was Pentecostal. Are we talking about Elvis? Still in the TikTok, you guys are still talking about Elvis? Yeah. Fleetwood Mac, what's the scoop? Go look it up. He is Pentecostal, not Baptist, says Twill. Okay, good. I like learning new stuff. So look, it should not be wasted on any of us. It has not been that long that folks have been able, many different diverse groups, have not been able to perform in certain arenas and in certain places, and whose art was stolen and other folks got credit for it. That's what the history we should be teaching in this country when people talk about, well, I don't understand why people do this and why this needs to be taught and why this is affirmative action and this is DEI, whatever. And it's like, you guys, people have very short memories, or they have no memories or no knowledge at all, and they don't know history. I'm so glad that my mom talked to Charlie Kirk. I'm so glad that my mom, I'm just reading the comments coming through on TikTok. I'm so glad that my mom taught me that. I'm so glad that I can remember back in the day when the schools in my town were segregated. The black folks, when I grew up in Port Allen, Louisiana, And so the white kids went to Port Allen High School and the black kids went to Conn, C-O-H-N, I think, Conn Elementary and Conn High School, because they were up on two separate sides of the tracks. True story. True story. And I remember that. My mom went to Conn Elementary, junior, and high school. She graduated from Conn High. And my sister graduated from Port Allen High School. Finally, in the 70s, when folks could go there. But I remember that. The high school that I went to was desegregated about 10 years before I went. So it hasn't been that long ago. And I'm not that old. It has not been that long ago. And folks could not like perform in certain arenas when I was, the black folks had to perform at a certain arena, or, you know, or they didn't go, the people didn't mix. Even LSU was that way when I was growing up. I ended up going to LSU, but when I was young, it was the white school and Southern was the black school, and they were on two separate ends of town. My mother was big on Black history and knowing our heritage, says Majestic Henderson 4 on TikTok. Sister and brother, says Merlo 614 on TikTok. Sister and brother were segregated and went to Frederick. Teach, Don. Yeah, it's true. So anyway, so I'm very proud of Beyonce. I agree. Ema, says Beth Bear. Someone's talking to my sister in the chat. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. What did you do? Let's read some of the comments. Let's see what you guys did and see what you think. More people. Joan Amila says CNN only has 200 plus people since the election. More people watch MSNBC. Fly Girl 1111 says, as a female pilot, I have to be able to run circles around the men while they actively sabotage me. Of course they do. Otis Blackwell is the person who Elvis stole from. If we could look up, I'm going through these comments. You guys, producers, if you have time, I don't know, but look for Otis Blackwell and see. I would love to play a song from Otis Blackwell, just his voice, so that you can hear how Otis Blackwell sounded. I think that's the guy, if he's the guy. Okay. But anyway, tell me about your Christmas. I want to know. Oh, Wendy Williams. We can talk about Wendy Williams. I need to call Wendy because Wendy's out and about now. And her family has been texting me, but I have not spoken to her. Don is spitting facts, says Joyce on TikTok. Yeah, it's true. I'm just telling you the truth. But someone mentioned fried green tomatoes. That's their true nature. That says Americans enjoy learning. Someone, anyway. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm getting all the comments in because I saw something that I thought was very important. So what did you guys do? Tell me. I want to know. I'm going to look to the comments now. Who do we have? So I spent it with family. And I had a great time. We went to Tim's uncle's house last night for dinner and had a great conversation. Great. I got to meet all the new kids in the family. I got to play like Uncle Don with the babies. It was so cute. The baby spit up on me, but it's okay. It was great. I got to play with some of the kids' toys. They were bossing me around. Yeah. So there we go. We played Christmas games and almost fell out as a family, says Melina NC. What almost fell out? What happened? Because you guys fought? Now, usually when I go home to Louisiana, we play spades and we eat and we drink. We play spades and we eat and we drink. Dr. Joyce says, crap. Bama Girl says, spend time with family. That's great. Linda Ferker said, how fun. Yeah. And then we went to Tim's sister the night before and we had a great time there. Open presents. I got some good presents. I got some great ornaments. I was sick in bed, says Amanda W. Get better. My mom was supposed to come for Christmas. She said, it's too cold. At the last minute, she's like, I'm not coming. It's too cold. It's like, wait, what, Mom? She goes, I don't feel like getting on a plane. I will see you in the summer when it's warmer in New York. So I'm going to have to go down and see her. But she will not come up in this cold. Google the interview with Otis Blackwell on David Letterman. Okay. Wow. If you guys see an Otis Blackwell, but you can go in there and look. I'm sorry you were in bed sick. Let's see. Jamie Luna says brown liquor. Crazy. Okay, let's see. Do we have Otis Blackwell? I don't know. We'll pull it up. This is 1987, but Otis Blackwell. We'll see if Andy can pull it up. But anyways, Tim, what are we cooking tonight?
Chinese food.
Tonight is Chinese food. I have to cook tonight. We were going to go to dinner and we canceled. Why? Because we're tired of going places? Because I won't get out of bed?
Yeah.
We're tired of going places. So I am going to make shrimp fried rice and what? General Tso's chicken. The ingredients are all over there. Like over there. Let's see. Should I show them? It's kind of a mess, but that's okay. I'll show them a little bit. The ingredients are all over there. So there it is right there. Oh, it didn't go. I'm on the wrong camera. No wonder. I knew something was up. Let's see if I can get on this camera. I'm going to try to change my camera here. Change my settings real quick to see if I can get on. If I get on the wrong camera, forgive me. Let's see. Is that yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's right here. So that's all my ingredients for my Chinese food. A little bit later on tonight.
Not too much later.
Not too much. Yeah, Tim is like, could you wrap this up? Because I'm ready to eat. No wonder I was wondering, like, why do I look different and why is the camera fuzzy? Because I had the wrong camera on. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's listen to Otis Blackwell for a little bit. Let's listen.
What we're going to do, Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah.
The album is about some songs that I had done. There are a lot of the songs that he had recorded and some that he had accepted but never got into the studio to do.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. And this will be Don't Be Cruel as it was initially written by Mr. Otis Blackwell. Otis, go on over there and do this for us.
Is this the guy that sounds just like me? Let me make sure.
You know I can't be found sitting home all alone. And if you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart so true. Baby, if I made you mad, something that I might have said, please let's get the fact. The future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel.
Okay, there you go. True hard, that's true. Is that and that sounds? But I think there's another guy that sounds exactly like him. I mean, no, he doesn't sound like Elvis. This guy wrote the songs for him. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but I think there's another guy too, guys. There may be another guy. Yeah. Wow. I know. It's crazy, right? I know. I'm reading the comments. Some of them I can't. I'm telling you guys, that's why you got to learn your history. You got to learn your history. Okay? So I am going to go. I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to go make my Chinese food. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your holiday. You ready? Yeah, it's okay. Tim is getting ice out of the freezer right now. By the way, Gus update. Would you say he's doing better? Yeah. He's doing better. Still coughing. I said he's going to be coughing for a little bit. But yeah. Learn your history. And then maybe tomorrow I'll do like Elvis. I'll look up Elvis sounds like Elvis or whatever Elvis sounds like. Okay, guys, have a great one. I'll see you soon. Make sure hit the thumbs up, please. We have so many people watching. I can't believe, really? Is that all the thumbs up we have? Are you kidding me? Make sure you smash the screen if you're on TikTok with the hearts. I got 1 galaxy on TikTok. Can you believe that? The nerve of you people. The nerve. Okay. So fantastic Thursday. Enjoy it. Hug your family. Hug your loved ones. Don't fight. Don't talk about politics. Go watch the Beyoncé thing on Netflix and holler back. See ya. Merry Christmas.
We are thrilled to have you as one of our watchers. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. And that way you can be notified about all of our new content. There's plenty of it for you. We're live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop more videos at 2 p.m. Eastern and at 5 p.m. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon Nation, of the Lemon community. Members receive access to special community posts, exclusive content, and live shows. So just head right over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.